2 for 2 on the line for Bam Bam Gamalinda. 12 points, 9 in the second half. And that loss against Pasay. So slow start siya eh. 3 points lang siya in the first half. And that basically was the ball game already.
Yes.
Ang laki na lang baon na lamang eh. Uy.
Oo. And oh wow.
Bagsak si Tibayan. Sorela.
And that's a big body. That's on the floor that crashed.
Visibly upset Michael Sorela.
Yeah, we gotta see that. Kasi kanina medyo merong konting ano na eh. Bigayan na sa kabila eh. Let's see this right here.
Boy.
Oh yeah.
Not sure what happened prior to that.
No, but before on the
Yun
other
nga eh.
end, meron ng konti. Ayun nga, right through the chin.
Medics, please.
Well, he's down. That's a big body guy right there down on the floor.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets tossed here. Yeah.
Yeah, it had everything.
Foul on number 16, Mike Sorela. Mike Sorela out of the playing court.
Disqualifying foul as expected.
There was that.
And
That wind up, it was excessive. Ayun eh, oh.
hindi ko alam kung makikita natin yung prior play kung may nangyari. Because something
14 foul for
had
Gensan
to
Warriors.
get Michael Sorela upset there.
The way that I observed kanina, parang a couple of plays back, merong mga ano na eh, merong girian na nangyayari. And so even I felt that there was even an instance when Marvin Janicio even got into it earlier, previous to this one. And so everybody was kind of surprised na, you know, ito yung nangyari.
And Tibayan still down.
Mabigat niyan. Hindi ganyan kadaling patumbahin yan si Jonas Tibayan. We talked about this earlier at the start of the game, how, you know, a big-bodied guy like him can actually take contact inside. Pero ito,
Mahirap kasi sa ulo yung tinamaan eh.
and from our vantage point, medyo nakatalikod si Sorela, so we didn't see how it really went. But
There was the wind-up.
there was definitely
That's
a wind
actually a
up.
dangerous play if you ask me.
All right. That was definitely a wind-up, pero that was a hit na
No place for
malakas
that.
talaga. Yeah, you don't want that here in a basketball game, especially, you know, we've been talking about these quality teams. You know? Both these teams have really, you know, pursued a lot of really good action from the outside and good execution, very poised. And right now, the physicality has, you know, led to this lull right here with Jonas still down on the floor.
Commissioner Kenneth Torremdes and Head of Operations Emer Oreta, they're still trying to look at multiple angles here.
So there's very little movement. Oh, there you go.
Kasi baka possible concussion to. Hopefully not. But
Is that blood on the hand of? Yeah, it is.
May dugo din eh.
There is
Sa
blood.
pool talaga siya sa mukha eh.
Yeah.
And yun nga, the dangerous one was the wind-up. And Tibayan
Oh, he's still on his
had
side.
to be carried on the stretcher.
Oh,
Not a good
my,
sign.
not a good sign.
Hopefully, it's not bad as it looks right now.
Medics are attending to Jonas.
I'm curious what really happened prior to that. I wasn't able to see it because we're focused on the ball.
Yes. At saka yung ano, nakatalikod sa atin kung paano binigay yung ano yung hit na yun eh.
And Sorela is not that type of player. He's a physical player, but he's not a dirty player. Something had
Triggered.
had him triggered
Yeah.
for him to react that way.
Yeah. And to be responding that way. But we did see on the other end kanina, mga couple of plays ago, na meron talagang nagkaka-physikalan na rin sa ilalim eh. Well, for the most part, the ball was played outside. You were talking about, you know, mga 3-point makes and volume shot attempts para dito sa GENSAN. See this again right here. There.
Yun ba? Yung kanang braso ba ni Tibayan? Prior to that? Kasi ito, bumawi talaga siya eh.
Ooh, wow. Straight to the face.
No place
Yeah.
for that kind of antics.
It
in
was...
any sport,
Agree.
in any team sport for that
Yeah.
matter.
It was a swing. That was a strong swing.
That was a dangerous play, and our prayers are with Jonas Tibayan, and he's being carried out on the stretcher right now. 41-39. For the most part, this has been pretty much a very competitive game.
Yes.
And a lot at stake here. GENSAN, should they win this one, meron silang outside shot of finishing number 1. They will be just a game behind Zamboanga for that number 2 spot.
Yes.
Ang Mindoro naman, should they win here, it moves them a game closer to some of the teams in the top 6.
Yeah. With the hope, even on an outside chance of getting to number 4. Oh my.
Masakit din dito sa GENSAN. They're down one more big. Wala si Larry Rodriguez. Si Sorela is now out because of that disqualifying foul.
And Jonas, to that point, has played so far. He's been in the game 8 minutes. You know, had 3 points. All of them coming from the free throw line, where he made 3 and missed 1. He's got a couple of rebounds and 1 assist. And this, I feel, would bring the Tamaraws all the more together.
Now, what you don't want to see is any more of that
Guy, agree.
moving forward.
Let's just keep it to you know, really good within basketball, you know, action, movements. There will be physicality, but let's keep it within the bounds of the game. At the end of the day, you know, these guys have families. These guys have, you know, this living that they do on the floor for their families and their teams.
And ayaw mo rin mangyari, no? Yung magkaroon pa ng retaliation on the other side. Any untoward incident happen. Because this is a very important game. Actually, lahat ng games natin today, lahat in the South Division, especially ngayon, no, malapit na tayo matapos sa elimination round.
Right.
And all you want is for you to have momentum on your side heading into the playoffs or in the play-in.
Well, importante dito for both teams. One, Mindoro's gotta come together and in hope of getting a good game out of it.
All right, we'll pause for a break. We'll be back. Alright, we're back, and again, just to explain everything. So it's a disqualifying foul on Michael Sorela for punching, excessive hard contact, and Jonas Tibayan getting the brunt of that one. And we're hoping for the best for Jonas as he's now back in the locker room, stretchered out.
There's definitely no place for that kind of play here. And so Sorela gets, thrown out of this game.
Yeah.
And most probably will get some reviews from, the leaders of management of this league.
Possible multiple game suspension.
Yes, definitely. And the thing is, he's a good, piece in the rotation of the Mindoro Tamaraws. So there should be a couple of free throws.
For Ray Bienes, must ball possession.
Bienes is going to take this. And then they'll get ball possession.
Now, very critical how GENSAN and Mindoro respond here.
Yes.
After this really long lull.
Kasi kanina pa-pick up na yung energy ng game, no? Yeah, the volume shots have been, starting to be seen from both these teams.
Michael Sorela got thrown out. Mindoro outscored GENSAN by 8 because they were trailing by 2 at that point. Now they find themselves in front by 6, and now they begin possession here in the 4th.
Well, that was a big turnaround in the 3rd quarter in favor of Mindoro. Now, if you're GENSAN, you gotta collect yourselves and go back to how you've been performing. What a nice move by Bienes.
Crafty play from the former FEU Tamarao. 8 na ang lamang ng Mindoro, 59-51. Tolentino, Mintes, Comboy the rebound. To Bangkale. Pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go here.
Medyo minadali yung tira na yun para kay Bangkale. Didn't have anyone right in front of him. It looked like he was rushing it, thinking that magkakaroon ng blitz na naman sa kanya with that ball in his hands.
Heruta gets into the paint and scores. Checo Bangkale, RJ Ramirez, Ino Comboy, Marion Magat, and Brandre Bienes ang 5 ni Coach Benji Teodoro.
Breaking down the defense.
Pull up, no. Dionisio quickly to Tolentino. Kyle pulling up, puts it in.
Well, Kyle Tolentino did what RJ Ramirez tried to do to him on the other end. Elbow jumper, RJ missed it, goes the other way. Kyle Tolentino now with the rock, stops and pops from the elbow, same spot where RJ took it, but this time he makes it.
16 points for Kyle Tolentino. Couple of baskets have pulled GENSAN to within 4, 59-55. Fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Glad to have you with us here on a Monday night to open up the week here in the MPBL. A trio of South Division matchups here in the Batangas City Coliseum. Later on, it's Batangas City who will defend their turf laban naman sa Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Muli po Ken Pangilinan with Coach Mike Perez, and at courtside we have Miss Lyra Punsalan. Guys in blue with a 4-point lead. Comboy tightly guarded by Joel Liu. FEU Tamarao matchup right here. Comboy in the face of Liu, can't hit it. Dionisio Lost control of the basketball, but the recovery, Liu inside, but Jonicio called for an offensive foul. That basket will not count.
Well, at some point in time, matatawagan talaga si Marvin Jonicio. Kanina may mga ganong situation na activities that Marvin gets to do some physicality on the Mindoro side.
Ayun, bumagsak.
Well, that one though, I don't think there was much.
Ayun nga eh.
Mas mabigat yung mga nauna kanina kaysa that one. I don't think that one, compares to the ones previous.
An important challenge here. Yung resulta niyan sa aming pababalik.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There is no foul.
Successful
Basket is
challenge.
good for Kyle
So
Tolentino.
the basket will count.
Yeah, there really wasn't much in that. Mas ano pa nga yung mga kanina. Ito, sumubok lang talaga ng challenge si Ino. Nagkaipitan lang ng paa. And Marvin didn't see that foot was in there.
6-0 run for the Warriors to pull to within 2. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth period. They go to the post.
Yeah, solo side with Jeff against Marvin.
Si Jonicio, ang hirap kasi
Tibay
dito.
din.
Akala mo payat pero ang tigas ng katawan eh.
Saan tibay di
Oo,
ba?
matibay yan.
Hindi basta nauusog
Pero Neruta, Kyle Tolentino, Marvin Jonicio, Tonton Bringas, and Joel Liu. Tolentino drifting
Way
left.
off.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, not a good shot. Didn't have that balance. He felt he rushed it.
But makes up for it with that deflection. The rim run, Tonton Bringas. Great find by Joel Liu as they tie the game up at 59 apiece.
Ang reason kaya naman naiwan yung gitna ng lane na yun para kay Tonton Bringas is because everybody was worried about the three-point shooters of the GENSAN Warriors. So everybody was spread out, leaving that middle lane for Tonton.
Bienes, libreng-libre para sa tres. Gets it to go.
And that is a shot that he has to take. Nobody on him. Defense was drop coveraging. You gotta take it.
Bringas airballs that jumper. Babalik ang bola sa Mindoro. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play. On the go speaker, take your music anywhere.
That time they tried to go middle of the floor. GENSAN able to deflect it. Other side, GENSAN does the same pero walang nakadepensa kay Tonton Bringas on that finish.
Comboy, si Liu pa rin ang nasa harapan niya.
Ganda rin ng matchup na yan, ha?
Parehong taga FEU.
Yes.
Comboy skip pass to another former FEU player in Bienes who can't hit the fray. Tolentino running out of space, turns the ball over. Inigo, Comboy sets his feet, he fakes the pass back to Axel who will reset their offense. Under 6 minutes left in the fourth. Gamalinda for free, it's good!
Talk about spacing para dito sa Mindoro Tamaraws. They did have that the first time. Now, Axel Inigo tried to attack the gap, drawing that drop coverage is helped by Tonton Bringas and leaving Bam Gamalinda for an open three.
The mark of a true point guard, Axel Inigo reloading their offense, and Mindoro now has a 6-point lead. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. What a play there, because Comboy was slightly open. You saw Inigo did not force it, pull it back out, and as a result, with that penetration, he was able to find Bam Bam Gamalinda for that basket. 21 points for Bam Bam Gamalinda, Coach Mike.
Yeah, tsaka maganda yung pagkaka-mention mo, yung look of a point guard and clearly the poise. He didn't have that first option, didn't force it, drew it out, and tried to find the second one, to which successfully they found Bam Gamalinda to be the least guarded guy for that open three, but only because he drove down the middle.
Jonicio, teardrop, no.
GENSAN Warriors are rushing it right now. The shots do not look very comfortable. They have the right thing in mind, pero nagmamadali.
Curiously, we haven't seen Mark Cruz much here in this game. Played only almost 6 minutes in the first half. Might be a case of still not 100%.
Yeah, he's only had a couple of points on a 1 or 2 shooting. Played for just close to 6 minutes.
Ball stolen away by Jonicio. His foot speed, using it to his advantage and scoring for the GENSAN Warriors.
Well, that really only happened because Bienes did not replace that vacated spot on the floor with Ino Comboy after that screen action with Bam Gamalinda. You have to meet the pass on that open area down on the floor.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners.
That was too big of a gap for Bienes to be able to recover of that pass. Ino had the right thing in mind. He was thinking that Bienes was gonna rise to that open spot on the floor.
Magat returns for the Mindoro Tama House, protecting a 4-point lead past the halfway point of the fourth.
This is gonna be 5 minutes of toughness between these two.
Another steal. Mindoro being careless with the basketball. Jonicio with back-to-back baskets.
Reading that play so much better in open transition para dito sa GENSAN Warriors. They got numbers. They had a 3-2 break of that miscue, a turnover, which they ran the other way. A good decision by Ping to leave it up for Marwin for that finish.
Jonicio with 8 points and 10 rebounds, closing in on a double-double, and now GENSAN closing in to this lead. It's down to 2. You look at the contributions of this trio against Cebu, combining for 36 points. Mark Cruz, Joel Liu, and Marwin Jonicio.
Yeah, that pretty much was a good contribution for these three guys. Ang ganda ng percentage ng shooting. The rebounds were pretty good as well collectively. But, really just guys checking on Kyle Tolentino. His missed shots, which I felt he hurried later in the game. And Jun Manso just providing the finishing touches for that win by Cebu. And, let's not forget, Mark Meneses was pretty good in that game. He was solid all throughout.
Dalawang lamang ng Mindoro. 65-63. Sedorifa laban kay Kyle Tolentino. Almost another steal, but that time a foul will be whistled against Marwin Jonicio.
Well, you have to admire the efforts of Marwin Jonicio. He gets the not so easy assignments defensively. I mean, Bam Gamalinda scored a lot of points. He scored what, 20 here in this game? 21, 7 of 10. And for the most part, it's been Marwin that's defending against him.
Apat na ang foul ni Marwin Jonicio. One more and he's gone. Such a critical part of what they do. About the GENSAN Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mindoro with 6 on their shot clock. Gamalinda can't bail them out. Ball ends up with Elorde. The pass, masaglang. Gonzalez fails to finish. Masaglang again. Able to clean that one up.
Masaglang is that calm amidst all this rushing by the GENSAN Warriors. 3 crucial baskets in my opinion here in the second half.
6 straight points. Another deadlock.
They're gonna start attacking Marvin right now, understanding that he's got 4, and he pretty much defensively should be the weakest link to the defense of the GENSAN Warriors. The question here is, who is, in an event that Marvin Dionisio gets his foul, he's done.
Si Dionisio nga, inapituhan doon.
Yeah, he's done.
Still a lot of time left in the fourth.
Agree. And so which brings to, leading up to my question, who's gonna step up in the absence of Marvin Dionisio? You got Kosari, you got Gonzalez, Apreku. Well, Joel Liu can give you that effort, but size-wise, you know, you're losing a lot with putting in Joel Liu.
So it's Apreku who's getting the opportunity here.
You bring in Apreku, you got size, but then again, mobility-wise, that's what you give up with Marvin Dionisio going out. And so the other guys would really have to run the break here. And when I say the other guys, I mean Ping Masaglang, Kyle Tolentino, and Nico Elorde.
Actually, just simply being a threat on offense, no?
That's right.
Si Dionisio. And,
kasi defensively, makukuha mo yan kay Apreco, pero yung threat on the offensive end, you know, the other guys gotta step up.
66-65.
Oh, man.
3-point shot, knocked down by Kyle Tolentino. Lamang na sila dito, 68-67.
Regardless whether he's rushing previous shots or not, the moment that he gets that shot on the go, he will continue to take it. Speaking of Kyle. Switch.
Gamalinda, great defense by Gonzalez. Sedorifa, that was a well-challenged shot but makes it anyway from long distance.
That one's big for Sedorifa. You played good defense on one of the leading scorers in Bam Gamalinda, and you leave it up for Sedorifa, who comes up with a really good decision to take that shot.
4-point lead. Tolentino.
Oh man, that's a wild shot by Kyle.
Dalaway nakabantay, but luckily they get the ball back off a steal. Mindoro has had a lot of careless turnovers here in the fourth period. Elorde, bounce pass to Masaglang, gets to his spot. Masaglang off the glass and in.
Wow, Masaglang, 8 points in this quarter, and his baskets have really been steady para dito sa GENSAN.
Not only that, those offensive rebounds have been key. Remember, GENSAN coming into this game is number 1 in offensive rebounding. Comboy though, able to get past the defense. Apreku will not force it. The cut. Elorde, no whistle.
No, that's what you give up with Apreku inside. That would have been a good finish for Marvin Dionisio if that was Marvin. But, you know, you had to give it up, find another guy that would be able to finish open floor.
Mindoro will take their time. Up by 4.
Danger time here.
Gamalinda off the heel. Apreku the rebound. Almost lost it. They can review it under the last 2 minutes.
But based on what we saw, it looked like last touch by Axel. Sure looked like he tapped it out.
1 minute and 17 left. A review here on that last out-of-bounds play.
Dito na magiging mahalaga yung value ng three-point shot making. I mean, if you call this, if they bring this ball up court do you look for a 2 or do you look for a 3? Either way, you know, you have a really good chance, you know, when you put up a really good set. Now, Kyle Tolentino has knocked down a shot. Ping Masaklang has been very good from the perimeter. You know, how will these two play out here in this next play para dito sa GENSAN Warriors, assuming that they get the ball?
In a battle between the top two three-point shooting teams, Mindoro is +7 in makes. They're 10 out of 29, a respectable 34% shooting clip from three-point distance. GENSAN is only 3 of 16. But what's keeping them in the game has been rebounding. +22 ang GENSAN Warriors, Coach Mike. And +11 shot attempts.
Yeah,
that's why they're only down by 4.
Yeah, they're getting that from mostly from the perimeter because of the second chance opportunities.
Tolentino at the 3-minute and 20-second mark of the fourth quarter is a 3-point conversion. Therefore, our official score is 73 for Mindoro, 70 for GENSAN.
Yan, nakakatulong rin yung mga free throw makes nitong Mindoro where they are +5. They have 15 makes versus the 10 of GENSAN. So really it's the second effort for the most part involving Ping Masaklang.
Okay, just to recap, GENSAN is in penalty. Mindoro has yet to foul. GENSAN still has 2 timeouts. Isa na lang ang timeout ng Mindoro. Crucial possession here for the Warriors. So, it seems like...
Oh, they missed out on Ping Masaklang underneath. He was free. Preco didn't see him.
73-70. Joel Liu, the cross. Attacks. Too strong. Preco. Offensive rebound. Gonzalez. It will roll out. And a foul on Ping Masaklang.
Well, Ping got out position after that shot by Gonzalez. Preco secures another offensive rebound, tries to find shooters outside, couldn't find Kyle, couldn't find Ping. Instead, he settled for Gonzalez on that elbow jumper. In the ensuing play, Ping got out position, and so he lost that battle for the rebound.
By the way, I think yung tira kanina ni Kyle Tolentino got upgraded into a 3-point shot.
All right.
Kasi kanina 73-69 eh. Now it's 74-70 after that made free throw. Credit to Mindoro for hitting their free throws tonight.
Yes.
16 out of 19. Make that 17 out of 20. 85%. I'm sure Mayor Ina Alegre Cruz is happy. Mindoro raring to bounce back in that loss against Pasay. Timeout GENSAN. This was Ino Comboy against Pasay. Just 8 points, 0 of 6 shooting from free. Those are her season averages, but just to give you context on how impressive he has been the last 3 months. Prior to this dud, well, here tonight, he rectifies that with 15 points, tatlong tres, 37.5% shooting from free, 3 out of 8. Prior to this, Coach Mike, grabe, 17 points on 44.6% shooting from the field, 41.3% from free, 4.3 frees a game. Yun yung sinasabi natin stretch na at least 3 triples in 15 straight games.
Yeah. And that really has contributed a lot to, almost a steal right there by Mindoro. That has contributed a lot to the numbers on the 3-point makes para dito sa Mindoro. Wild shot by Kyle.
Shot clock still an issue.
One more.
Tolentino will not get it off in time.
Yeah, won't get it in time.
Clearly in his hands.
But he really is their best bet in terms of 3-point shot making. Kyle Tolentino, he's had the most makes he's the only one with multiple makes from 3. He's 3 out of 8. Or 3 out of 7 prior to those attempts.
Homeboy having trouble inbounding. Delikado yan, masaglang. Just running out of space.
And you immediately see Axel Inigo pointing to Bam Gamalinda, who could have gone back to pressure release down the middle as Axel got pressured near the sideline.
No need to foul if you're GENSAN. But Mindoro will certainly burn some time.
Yeah. Especially understanding that GENSAN's already in penalty.
Cedorifa, 6 on the shot clock. Gonzalez in his grill. 3 seconds left. Cedorifa lost it. Ramirez off the glass. Again, a shot clock violation this time against Mindoro. But they burned as much time as possible. Game clock down at 16.1 seconds. GENSAN using their final timeout. They're still down by 5, 75-70. And Coach Mike, no, nakita natin gaano ka-important yung possession na yon. And it leaves little time on the clock para dito sa Warriors. Let's listen in to the huddle.
Bigay na screen. Ngayon, ito. Ito. Pag sinalubong ka, tinan mo to, ha? Pag sinalubong ka nito, hindi. Si ano to, yung isang big man. Ikaw. Pag ito, yan, ha? Pag binigyan ka ng screen dito, pagka nandun ka siya, tulak mo rito, punta ka ron. Pagka nandito, tulak mo rito, punta ka ron. Ito dito, ang labas nito, dito sa labas dito sa flare, ha? Lumayo kayo dito sa area na to, ha? Sige.
Walang foul. What's up?
Well, Coach Elvis wanted to clear one side of the floor, most probably for Kyle to make an attempt one-on-one against a solo defender. And they want everybody to load up on one side. Will this be a flare? Will this be a fly out or a fan out? We'll see.
Gonzalez receives it. He drives. Good foul. Mindoro, that's just their first team foul.
Yun ang advantage para dito sa Mindoro. They still got a series of fouls to give. Contrary to the instructions earlier, they said no fouls. They didn't want any fouls.
At lalo kung hindi catch and shoot yung play,
Yes.
it gives you an opportunity to give up a foul.
Yeah, there's only one catch and shoot player on the floor para dito sa GENSAN, and that's Kyle Tolentino. Everyone else, you're gonna let them take it. Like this one right here.
Heruta airballs the free. And it hurts that you don't have Darwin Janicio. Another option sana, no? To stretch the floor.
Yeah. Kasi yung catch and shoot is really, an advantage. But you have to have catch and shoot makers. Not just mere catch and shoot. And for the most part, really, the lone guy that Mindoro would be focused on would be Kyle Tolentino. You gotta play the percentages. Samantalang ito namang GENSAN, hoping for luck that a shot available for a catch and shoot would make it. Kahit na hindi pa shot maker yung nakasalo ng bola.
Sa defender na Preco, may luxury na magsagof.
Yes, exactly.
Or also help off another shooter. And that's what happened. As soon as he received the pass, nag-tie down na yung play doon ng GENSAN.
Right.
Preco, though, will follow up the miss, but they will fall 4 points short. What a bounce-back victory for Mindoro after that deflating blowout loss they had against Pasay, while GENSAN will suffer back-to-back losses here, much to the delight of Mayor Ina Alegre Cruz. And as a result of this win, Mindoro is now 13-10 and match the win total of the teams above them in the team standings in the South.
Yeah, and that really just brings them closer going up the standings dito sa South. And so far, GENSAN has lost another close game, 2-game losing streak. But Bam Gamalinda has really been, that huge contributor. One could say that one of the reasons why Marvin Janicio fouled out is because of Bam Gamalinda. He pretty much was the guy being guarded by Marvin Janicio.
Best player of the game brought to you by OneXBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Final score 72-76. Mindoro winning this one.